I am Chandan Kumar and I am the Faculty for Political Science and International Relations at the LevelUp IAS. And before I start the discussion, I have a disclaimer for you. Whatever I am going to discuss, just don't believe it blindly. Go do some research on the internet, talk to your friends, your seniors who are already in the process of UPSC or those who have cleared the UPSC, and then think about what I am talking, because ultimately it's either your or your parents' hard-earned money, and more than that, it's about your career and career choices. Okay? So after this disclaimer, let me talk to you about the PSIR Foundation students who are new to the process and the main challenges they face. There are a lot many issues going on. They used to talk about that regarding PSIR, it is too lengthy. And the biggest concern that they have is regarding syllabus completion. Because many of the students who have come to me, they say, sir, PSIR is too lengthy. It takes 15 months, 17 months, etc., etc. Believe me, it's absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. And going forward, I'll prove that there is a timely completion, and I ensure that. And within this syllabus completion, another big problem is paper 2. Because paper 1, many of you are comfortable with. Even those who have their graduation with political science, they also think that, okay, this is comfortable, the theoretical portion, and next is the IGP. What about international relations? Another problem, teacher gets changed. You are then told that, okay, with the crash course, etc., etc., a lot many problems. Because what generally teachers do, that, okay, first part, let us complete it by the second paper. The students, they might be somewhat bored with the process. They might be thinking that, okay, let us complete this process as quickly as possible, and they may not focus. But paper 1 is also 250 marks, paper 2 is also 250 marks. So this is the issue. And when I talk about syllabus completion, it is not some common issue or some normal issue. Because when you start talking about the syllabus or the paper getting completed in 15 months, 16 months, imagine if you have joined a mains in, suppose, April, May or June. If it is going to take 15 months, 16 months, it means your next attempt prelims is gone, because naturally that will continue even after the prelims. And even if you think of giving prelims, at the back of your mind, you know that your optional is not ready. And if your optional is not ready, it means that attempt is futile. Because I have said this to students and I am saying this to you, if you are not ready for mains, there is no point giving the prelims. Okay? So first problem is related to syllabus completion, and then issues with paper 2. And here comes the next issue, that is with respect to answer writing. Because you see, whether it is GS or it is about the optional, always remember, in UPSC, answer writing is the key. Unless you are through with your answer writing, there is no point preparing for UPSC. Because ultimately it is the mains who decides whether you are going to be in that list or not. Okay? So answer writing becomes another issue. And there the very first problem is with respect to understanding, because generally it is about dictation. You will be dictated about the notes with very little focus on understanding. The students who are very good with understanding, with self-study, they are comfortable with this model. But what about other students who have their doubts? Then you will try to search for some senior, try to find it from the internet, now from ChatGPT. The problem is that you are unable to understand the subject properly, the topic properly. And if you have not understood the topic properly, but obvious, You won't be able to write a proper answer. You won't be able to understand the demand of the question, structure the answer. And here lies the first and the biggest problem. Next, naturally, no test series, no PYQs. Students who have come to me, they say that, sir, I went there and there it was said that, okay, if you want to focus on answer writing, join another course. It means first you have paid a significant chunk for the foundation and now you have to pay another significant chunk for answer writing. So imagine the not just about the money, it is also about the time, it is also about the effort. And but obvious, this encapsulates the issue that there is a lack of focus on answer writing, while answer writing holds the key. Because this is the reason why someone who even has got a PhD may not get good score in PSIR, because they may have very good understanding of the subject, they may have very good knowledge, but if they cannot write good answers, it is of very little benefit. Okay, so here are the key issues. First is related to your syllabus completion and paper 2, and next comes with respect to subject understanding and answer writing. Okay, and we at the LevelUp IAS ensure that all these problems are taken care of. If you go and see our program, there you will find that how all these things they are being taken care of. And not just this, if you look at our last year foundation or last to last year foundation, you will find that how all these things have been taken care of, and that is something I am going to explain to you subsequently. The very first thing is your syllabus will be completed in a time bound manner, and that is a promise. And for this promise, let me show you with a proof. Okay, so you see, this was the last year. When did the course start? 9th June 2025. Orientation session, PSIR Optional Foundation for UPSC CSE 2026. And here, if you look here, you can find all those topics. Lecture 1, it was Plato, Aristotle. So first 5 lectures you can find on YouTube. You can go through it. So when was the lecture started? June 9th, 2025. And when did the lecture end? This was the last lecture. This ended, you can see it here, 31st January 2026. So precisely 7 months topic completed, and believe me, this could have been completed even 15 days before. But because of the demand of the students, some of the students, sir अभी ये काम है, अभी वो है, सपोज करो, बिकॉज क्या है कि जीएस की भी कुछ टेस्ट सीरीज चल रही थी, तो सर थोड़ा जीएस के लिए पढ़ने दो, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. सो विलिंगली, प्लस मैं भी खुद छठ के लिए घर गया हुआ था. So because of all this, taking all this into consideration, in 7 months the topic was completed, and you can go through the video over here, and each and every topic of both papers, they were completed. And this was the most important one of paper 2, that was changing global order and India's role. Okay, so when I am talking about timely discussion, there is a proof that it was completed in 7 months. And yes, it was not just that topic was completed, it also included discussion on PYQs, then tests, there were class notes, and not a single topic was left. And just look here, just look here. Okay, so in the last lecture, the topics that we covered, this was lecture number 3. Plato completed all the PYQs on Plato. Then all PYQs on Aristotle. So it was not just that only syllabus was or topic was explained to you. It was that all the PYQs, they were taken care of. Test series was there, and it was ensured that there is a proper understanding. So, and yes, it is not just that only paper one. If you look at here, you can see many of the snapshots. I mean, how Lenin changed Marxism, 1B topics, India's exit from INI base in 2611. This is the theoretical aspect of India's response to Pakistan with respect to realism, India-Russia relations, how India is creating strategic alternatives. So both paper 1 and paper 2, theoretical as well as India and the world, all these topics, they were covered. And naturally, I cannot put all those lectures on YouTube. These are just some of the sample lectures. You can go through them. Okay. So first concern that I explained to you, which was syllabus completion as well as paper 2, both were taken care of. And I say this with pride and challenge that if I can make GS students understand IR, then you are the optional students. You will have far better understanding of the theoretical aspect of the international relations. So rest assured, because many of the DU students, they joined the course only for paper 2, because paper 1, they felt that they are pretty much comfortable because they were political science students, political science graduates from DU. So for paper 2, they joined. Okay. So first thing taken care of. Next comes this understanding part, that okay, you covered this one. What about the ensuring that understanding? So you see here, in my lecture, it is basically a 3-stage process. It is not just some mugging up, just rote learning. And again, I am saying, go back to the same YouTube pages, look at the same YouTube videos, and you will find it. What are those 3 stages? First is explanation. It means first the topic will be explained to you. After that, whatever has been explained, it will be dictated to you in the form of your class notes. So, because the thing is that when you are sitting in the class, you feel as if, oh, samajh mein aa gaya. But that is not enough, because once you step out of the class, you tend to forget 40-50% of the things, and next morning almost 90% of the things you have forgotten. So that is why class notes are very much necessary, so that you can revise from them. ओके अदरवाइज मेरे को आकर के कहोगे कि यार क्या पढ़ाया, कुछ नोट्स तो बना ही नहीं. सो नेक्स्ट कम्स क्लास नोट्स थ्रू डिक्टेशन, एंड to supplement that there will be handouts, and these handouts are for additional readings. And I say this clearly, you need no other book except for Lakshmikant, because Lakshmikant anyway you will need it for your GS2, but that forms the base for our IGP. So that is why Lakshmikant is needed, but apart from Lakshmikant, nothing else needed. Okay, leave it to me. Whatever additional reading you have got, that will be through handouts. And regarding handouts also, there is a rule. I will ask you people that okay, up to this point, you go, you study. You will read at your place. You will come back next morning, and then I will ask that if you have got any doubts from the handout. If you have got any doubt, you can ask in the class. Okay, and then we discuss that. Yes, another concern of many students is that many of the lectures or many of the videos, they are in Hindi. So you see, it is basically about the language of the student. If some students, they are comfortable in Hindi, I explain in Hindi. If you are comfortable with English, I will explain it in English. And for the Hindi students, I will say that, okay, wait, outside the class. Okay. So this discussion, this focus on understanding is not just within the class, but also outside the class. Okay. Because always remember, the type of questions that we get in the UPSC, understanding is the key. Mugging up content and writing it down in your answers, that was something prior to 2019, 2018. Now that is not going to work. You have to understand the topic. Okay? And to supplement that, there are weekly Zoom sessions for online as well as offline students. A particular day will be allocated. On that particular day, I will be available on Zoom. You will also join, and whatever doubt you have got, you will ask that, I will answer that. So in the class, there will be a discussion. Outside the class, there will be a discussion. For the online students, you can connect with me on WhatsApp or on call. There we will have a discussion. And apart from that, another discussion will be through Zoom. So if you are willing to ask as many questions you want, it is my guarantee I will make you understand. Okay? So understanding taken care of. Now comes the answer writing. And I take pride in answer writing because this year, 4 of my students, they got 280 plus marks. And that was because of focus on answer writing. You can go on the YouTube, you can search, and you can find that no one can explain answer writing better than me. And it is not some sort of being very proud, but it is about the confidence that I have gotten from my students. And another, let me share with you, some of my foundation students, I give them PYQs and they write answers better than some of my crash course students who write mains just after 2 or 3 months. Okay, so I'm not taking names, but yes, this has happened and I wanted to share this with you. Topic understanding taken care of. Next comes answer writing, and answer writing, I have said you, UPSC is all about answer writing. So regarding answer writing, as I have shown to you people, that you can see here Plato along with PYQs, then Aristotle along with PYQs. Okay, next, I hope, yes, and this is basically after you have written your test. And for the foundation students, it is I who evaluate your copies, because I need to know each one of you what is your level, what is the additional effort that you need. And after that, it is about 1-to-1. This is basically written about PSIR Ascent test series, but it is also about the foundation students with whom I spend more time. Your answer sheet will be there, I will be there, you will be there, and we will discuss it 1-to-1 about what are the mistakes you are making, where is the problem, with whether it is with respect to understanding the question demand, or with respect to structuring, or with respect to the language aspect, or content is missing, it is becoming too much verbose. Because you see, my ultimate focus is that once you have completed foundation with me, you must need not any other course, even with respect to answer writing. Okay, you want to refresh, go for it. But with me, your topic syllabus should be completed. Then you should have proper understanding, and then you should have more than enough answer writing practice. You can see here, this was basically test 1 discussion for the PSIR foundation students. And like this, you will see that in brochure there are 8 tests written, 6 plus 2. But naturally there will be more than 8 tests. Because if I think that, okay, after 3 topics, 1 test, after 4 topics, another test, another test. So like this, you may have more than 10 tests, though it is written 8 tests. But there will be naturally more than 8, more than 10 tests. So through that, all your answer writing taken care of. So I have shown you with Plato, with Aristotle, and many other all other topics, because the handout that I give you, in the end of that handout, all the previous year PYQs will be mentioned, and that we will discuss in the class. So PYQ discussion after topic completion. In class answer writing, I will give you random questions and I will ask you to write it. You will make mistake, then we will discuss it, how to improve it. There will be periodic tests. As I said that in the brochure there are 8 tests, but naturally there will be even more than 10 tests. And after you have written your test and I have evaluated it, we will have one-to-one discussion. And with this you will slowly and slowly, naturally you will improve. After 2 tests, after 3 tests, it is my guarantee that you will be writing better answers than 95% of the PSIR students. Okay, so with this is the way we discuss. And yes, all the current issues, suppose issues with respect to democracy, with respect to governor, with respect to election commission, international relations, IR, regarding paper 2, you can go, you can search, and I can guarantee you, you won't find anyone better. Even with respect to paper 1, Hannah Arendt is a very difficult topic. But if you go and if you on the internet, I have put in that topic, go and listen to that. I will make you understand any topic of PSIR. Okay, so this is what will be provided in your PSIR foundation course, so that it is my guarantee that by the end of January, not only your syllabus will be complete, but you will also be through with answer writing, and you will be so much confident that you can start preparing for your prelims, and for the 2027 mains you will be confident about your optional. Okay, so that is what I had to explain. But my suggestion would be, go, look around, search on the internet, talk to your friends, your colleagues, those who are in the process or those who have already cleared the exam, and then take the decision with respect to joining the foundation. Because optional carries 500 marks. It is about your money, your time, as well as your future. Thank you very much.